All right, so good morning to all the listeners of my podcast, Inspiring Educators. I'm your host again, Brian, and for our second episode today, we have a very wonderful educator from Panama. He is also a colleague of mine for our group, Social and Emotional Learning, and he's here to share his thoughts and ideas about education. So, everyone, please welcome Joel. Welcome, Joel, to my podcast. How are you doing?
Hey, hello. Thank you, Brian, for inviting me. I'm Joel Alvarez from Panama, and it's a joy to be here with you and sharing with your network.
Wow, thank you so much. It's my pleasure to have an amazing educator like you here. So, Joel, let's begin our discussion. So, Joel, please tell us something about yourself, who Joel really is.
All right, thank you. I used to describe me as a learner. I'm a learner because I like to learn new things every day. I am a teacher because I'm able to transmit knowledge and ideas to my students. And I am a human being. I'm not perfect, and I like to understand and know myself that I it's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to reorganize things as the way you wanted to do it. So I think that I'm these three important qualities as Joel Alvarez is.
Wow, very wonderful introduction for yourself. Tell you what, Joel, this is the first time that I hear someone clearly categorize himself. And I'm really starting to feel that inspiration by just sharing a very wonderful introduction of yours. Now, Joel, let's jump in to my next question to you, all right? So, what made you decide to be an educator? Why did you choose this amazing path of teaching?
Thank you. This is a wonderful question. Every time that I'm being asked to this question is that I say, wow, this is something very interesting that I used to say things happen in your life because of a reason, right? I didn't imagine to be a teacher because I wanted to become a lawyer. And then I couldn't enroll into the law school, and then a friend of mine asked me like, what are you doing? No, why don't you go and study, to become a teacher? We never know when we need to teach, and if you are a good professional, you need to be able to teach. And then I decided to go into the teaching school to become an English teacher, and after that, I started like falling in love into teaching, like learning how teaching impacts others. And after that, I started like, discovering that kind of, essence of being able to help others and make them become better people and helping society to, to have a positive impact. And that's why now I say, well, I think that this happened because of I needed to be here. Probably as a lawyer, I couldn't be like as impactful as I have been as a teacher, and helping others. And I think that kind of incident in my life has been one of the most beautiful things that has happened into my life.
Really inspiring
Yes.
journey. That was really an inspiring journey, Joel. From a lawyer, you turned out to be a wonderful educator. Well, I wouldn't say that your first choice of being a lawyer was not that good because when a lawyer works, he tries to defend someone. But now that you're an educator, you're not just defending, all right? You are building someone who will be, a better person. That's really amazing journey, Joel. Now, Joel, since we've discussed who Joel is, how did he become a teacher? Now, Joel, my next question is this. What makes you positive? How do you stay positive despite of the current situation we have? We're now facing this pandemic and we're facing a different platform of teaching, of inspiring our future, our learners. So how do you stay positive despite of everything, Joe?
All right, something that I used to, to apply is that I need to know that I need help, that I don't know everything, and I have my mentors. I used to apply my four corners approach. That I used to have four mentors. It could be virtual mentors. Now it's virtual because we cannot work, face to face. But my virtual mentor helped me to, to stay connected, to be spiritually and mentally connected into my body. And those mentors help me to create positive attitude messages. And what helped me a lot, has helped me a lot, is that I need to know that there are people that will be waiting for me for something new. My students, it's my audience. My students will be always able to receive me, and they deserve, the best of me. And I try to think about, this is my show. This is my audience. I'm the artist and I'm the performer, and I need to be on a stage and do my best. And every single day, I try to listen to podcasts. That is very important. Without, listening to podcasts, you cannot have a good and positive attitude or mindset. So positive podcast will help you to create that environment. And importantly, there are things that you can manage, there are other things that you cannot. And I focus on the things that I can manage. Focus on the things that I can handle. And if I cannot handle something, that's okay. All right, things will not happen as perfect as we want them to happen. Another important thing that I used to do is that I write down every morning all my ideas, all the things that come to my mind, every single idea. I write them down. And that will help me to keep focus on my day. And I think that, what another thing that I used to practice is that I need to know that I am a human being. Important. Connect yourself. You, as a person, you need to know that challenges are opportunities for learning. You need to know that it's okay to make mistake. You need to know that, we need to take this ship and manage this ship, right?
Yes. It's wonderful.
And then stay connected with other people. This what you're doing is amazing, because this will motivate others to continue doing this, to listen to, to be waiting for what you will, share with them next day. And then that creates an expectation of, a positive learning curve where today you learn about this, tomorrow you learn about this, but you keep that kind of energy flowing. That is very important.
Wonderful. You know what, Joel? What touches me with your, how do you stay positive is that knowing that even if you're already a wonderful educator, you still wanted to be mentored. And before you give your ideas to others, you improve. You make yourself first really a true educator, because it's really important that we make ourselves first fit to what we're gonna be doing, because the mind and the heart is really important to a teacher like us, because we're there to inspire them. So that's really wonderful. Plus, the fact that you shared that listening to podcasts is really a need nowadays, because in this virtual platform, we must be innovative. We must use the technology not just for our learners, but for the betterment of ourselves. So that's really
That's
a
right.
fantastic, a fantastic way of how you can be positive, stay positive in this everyday journey. Now, Joel, we're almost there at the end of our podcast. We really make sure that this podcast is not that long, but short, simple, and concise. Because our main goal here as an educator, from the title itself, is to inspire. Now, Joel, as I was saying, how do you inspire your learners? What are the things that you do? What are
That,
the
thank you.
things?
That is great. I love the question.
So yeah,
I
what
used
are the things?
I used to think this: you cannot give what you do not have, right? If you don't trust in yourself, if you do not have that kind of belief, if you don't know that you are capable enough to do this, to do that, you cannot help others. That's the first thing that we need to consider or think about, right?
Yep.
Trust. I know that I can do it. I know that I have the experience. If I do not have the tools, I need to be able to ask for help, right?
Yes.
That is important. And we have to be authentic with the students. We have to share with them anecdotes. Like, I before being a teacher, I was a person like you. I was a learner that I had this and that challenges, that I experienced this and this and that. And then with my experience and anecdotes, and then how I overcame those things, that will make them think about that it's okay, we can do it. We need to practice, we need to do this, we need to do that. And importantly, I used to tell to my students, every day is a good day if you learn something new, right?
Yes, it is.
You learn something new every day, but it's not just about learning. It's about sharing what I learned today, how I'm going to share this, how is going to be my next step. If I am able to transmit my learning to somebody else, that is a good learning, right?
Yes.
So it's sharing. And then I tell them, I try to share with them, motivational videos. I read, I love reading, and I share with them the books I have read, where can they find those books. And importantly is this, how can you apply what you learned into your personal and professional life, right?
Yes.
Connecting, the spiritual part, right? We cannot be a part of our spiritual life. This needs to be connected, right?
Yes. That's wonderful. Wonderful, Joe. And what I love with that way of inspire is that when you say that we cannot give what we have. So before we inspire others, we must inspire ourselves first. And as I can see, though we're continents apart, I can see emotionally that you are really inspiring your learners every day, whether it's a traditional way or whether it's a virtual way of teaching. Now, Joel, before our podcast ends, would there be anything that you would like to tell to our listeners, to our learners? You could also invite them, promote your positivity there in Panama. The floor is yours, Joel.
Thank you. Well, first, thank you, Mr. Brian, for this opportunity. I think it's great to stay connected, and I think this is a channel to go and help others into this new way of working. And I really like that what you're doing, because through podcasts we can reach more people all over the world, right?
Yes.
Since we're very busy every day, every time, we don't have time to watch videos, we don't have time to read, but we do have time while you are working, where you are, working out, where we are jogging or driving. You can listen to podcasts. That is what I do, right?
Yes.
Is what I do. And importantly, people, right?
Yes.
Most importantly, stay connected.
Yes. That's one.
Those who are behind the screen are human beings. They are not machines.
Yes.
And you are a person. You are not a robot. It's okay to make mistakes. Keep learning every single time and share with others. Sharing is one of the most rewarding things as a teacher, right?
Yes.
And keep God first place. With that, you can go everywhere. United, there is nothing that we cannot do or accomplish. We have to stay united. Thank you very much. And please, if you want to follow us on Instagram, it's let's_Panama, or you can follow us on YouTube or Instagram or on Facebook, Learning, Training, and Solutions. We have an amazing event in October, where I would love to have people from the Philippines participating in this event. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be on October 16 and 17. So please stay connected and never ever give up. Keep going. You can do things that you never imagined. You just need to trust in yourself. Thank you, Mr. Ryan, and thank you.
Thank you so much, Joe. That was really an inspiring discussion with you. I'm really thankful that I was blessed to meet lots of educators around the world, everywhere. I know that there is someone who would be inspiring a young learner's mind and make them a better person. So to all of our listeners, thank you very much for staying with us. And we hope, me, Joel, all the educators around the world, that we won't stop inspiring. We will keep on moving, and we will be the best person that we can be. So once again, this is Brian. Thank you for joining me in the second episode of Inspiring Educators. See you tomorrow then, guys. Bye-bye.